How cute are these? Greetings, Duelist! Let's talk about the newest archetype revealed in Collector's Pack 2020. Appliancers, as their name suggests, are a Link archetype designed after household appliances. Go figure! To no one's surprise, they're all machines. Small machines. Level 1 machines. We'll come back to why this is important later. Let's go over the main deck monsters first. This dongo, look at this. Socketroll is the star of the show. It's the way you put more monsters on the field. It special summons itself, and Socketroll equals more Socketroll. Breakerbuncle saves you from all kinds of destruction. All two kinds. Effective and efficient. Doesn't special summon itself, but there are ways to bring it back, so it's fine. Copybokkle. Since Socketroll likes Socketroll so much, this thing can change its name to an appliancer you control, like Socketroll. It's another self-summoning appliancer, which is really good news, and has two ways to summon an appliancer with the same name. I predict future appliancers, which I am expecting, to also have same name dependent effects. You know, like Socketroll. As I mentioned before, they are all small level 1 machine monsters. As it happens, they also like summoning monsters with the same name, which means machine duplication is amazing. Being a level 1 archetype means they have access to 1-for-1, as well as Where Art Thou. Is it worth taking 2k damage just to search an appliancer? I'd argue yes. Heck, if you really want to go down the same name road, you could play Generation Shift, if you are feeling really dangerous. Now for the Link monsters. Starting with the Link to Celtopus, let's run down the effects. Number 1, this thing has 0 attack and is the main facilitator of your other Link monsters. Of course it has protection against targeting, which is another way of saying immune to most effect negation and attacks. Combined with Breakerbuncle, it can only be removed by non-targeting effects, of not which every deck has access to. That or you've run over everything else. 2, our monsters are tiny. Maximum attack gain is 2000, which will boost Vacculephant and Laundry Dragon to 3k and 3500 respectively, so not so small anymore. And that's before limiter removal as well if you choose to play it. I would, or at least Solidarity. That way, our 0 attack monsters could at least be 2800 attack. And number 3, Advantage. Since your opponent won't be able to do much to this card, it's easier to destroy your other monsters, so having a draw effect attached to this is appreciated. For the Link ones, none of them can be used as Link material the turn they're Link summoned. That suggests to me that you need to be able to make at least Celtopus plus a Link 1 monster on your first turn. Otherwise, you're just going to have a Link 1 monster sitting in the extra monster zone taking up space, looking pretty before it gets steamrolled into the graveyard. Anyway, Vacculephant. Number 1. Like Nightmare Phoenix and Cerberus combined into one card, but it's a Link 1. Lovely effect, a way to discard Breakerbuncle and a way to destroy monsters or spell or traps with a monster effect. Tick that off the checklist. Number 2. More monster destruction. 3. Direct attacks? More options. I can dig it. Kappa scale. Doesn't really do much on its own, but it brings back your other monsters, either main deck monsters or Link monsters depending on whether or not it's co-linked. Dryer Drake. Number 1. Gains 1000 attack, so could be 3k under Celtopus. 2. A cool way to get our non-co-linked effects. It's only during our battle phase, however. And number 3. Attack negation. Again, more options I wasn't expecting, but I can dig it. Appliancer Laundry Dragon. If you're small, you take no damage. However, as the biggest Appliancer monster at potentially 3500, not doing damage is the trade-off for being able to run over pretty much everything. 2. Non-targeting monster removal. Hallelujah, this thing is good. Number 3. And for when the monster can be removed by normal means, destroy it and burn your opponent. You take no damage and it won't be destroyed by battle, referring to this card of course, if you decide to Breakerbuncle it. This thing is so good. We have 2 spells so far. The first is Reuse. Revives your appliancer, be it main deck or Link monster, and even shovels them back into the deck. And the second one is Test. This is for when you've made your Celtopus and now you just need to fill up its Link arrows. Finally, let's not forget about the field spell like I almost have, Electrilyrical World. Number 1, it searches. 3 of it and a terraforming. Now! Number 2, recycles your appliancers, and Socketroll and Copybokkle can special summon themselves as well. Number 3, Again, you can change whether it's the co-linked or non-co-linked effects you want. Even better, this can happen on your opponent's turn as well. Overall, what do I think about the Archetype? Cute and very promising. Simple, straightforward execution with a myriad of options available to them, from attack prevention to direct damage. They have a 3500 monster, which is big enough to ram Ultimate Falcon and protect itself from being destroyed with Breakerbuncle. They have a Searcher, Reborn, and some powerful machine support and level 1 support to work with. It's looking really good. Things I'm expecting? More main deck monsters. I'm expecting at least a main deck fire monster. They had dark and water main deck and link monsters. Dryer Drake is the only fire link, but there's no corresponding main deck fire monster. Besides, did you see the field spell? There has to be more coming. Also, they might not get one, but they've given this archetype a lot so far. All they need is a spell or trap that destroys other spell or traps and they'd be golden. They're already very versatile. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, leave a like if this was helpful, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you're as excited as I am for this archetype. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.